I got a lot of questions asked about the picture that I posted on my board at the Silver Springs. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the board since everybody is so interested about it. We're going to start off with the back, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the things that I like about the board. Honestly, I really have no complaints about the board. So let's get to it. All right, so the first thing I have in the back here is the leash that I tie down on my ankle. It comes in handy if you are in choppy waters and, you know, God forbid you do fall off the board. It'll help you. It'll maintain the board attached to you just in case you need to grab it and float to it. Another thing that the board has is the cargo straps, which come in very handy. I personally like them because I do take them with me. I do take a lot of things with me, backpacks. I do recording, GoPro, and other items, life vests. I always take my life vest with me. So they come in really handy. As you see through the board, you're gonna find that it has the anti-skid pad all the way through, almost, you know, it's 3/4 of the way. And I'm gonna show you later on. I'm gonna give you a whole visual of the board. I'm gonna grab the camera and just show you and run through the whole thing. Right here in the middle of the board is where you put your rack. I know that a lot of people asked about the rack. That rack is an actual fishing rack. It is designed to hold poles, to put miscellaneous. It has a small tray on the top to put smaller things, you know, that you need to take with you. I'm gonna put that in just a minute, but we're gonna run through the board as I said earlier. Now, towards the middle of the board, you're gonna find that there's a pocket. This pocket helps you move the board around easier. And this board roughly is about 25 to 35 pounds. Not too bad. It tends to be a little back heavy due to its reinforced frame to carry the extra load and to carry the fishing rack and the cooler rack as well. The front of the board is where you have more cargo racks. Once again, I love cargo racks. My gear depends on it. You know, if you want to be versatile and you want to do a lot of things out on the water, like recording, or, you know, there's other things that you need to carry, you got to have straps. I know it sounds silly, but there's a lot of boards out there that don't have these little features. Simple things like that can make a big difference. It can create a better day out on the water. And me personally, I'm all for it. You know, I like carrying that stuff. It makes my day a whole lot easier. My recording equipment is important to me. So if I have a way to strap things down, I'm gonna go for it. As you can see right here in the front section, there's a stash holder where you can put your keys, you can put a drink, and it has a little lid on it to close it when needed. It also has, on this side, if you notice, it has these little holes. That is for a carry-on strap. Just in case you don't have a carrying case, you attach a carrying strap right on the outside of it and you just put it over your shoulder. Alongside these extra hooks that are right here in the middle, you are able to put more straps and hold more things down. So it's awesome, man. I love it. I love it. Bote HD, from my understanding, has been the best selling board out of their line. They're actually a Florida company from Destin, Florida, and they're a great company. They're known for their pretty boards. I mean, you look at these boards, they're an eye catcher. You know, you're gonna notice when a boat board is on the water. They're just beautiful. There's no other way to say it. They have very earthy tones and very aquatic themes to it. I have no complaints with it. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the board around so you can see the underneath and take a look at it, and I'll tell you a little bit about that as well. Oh, wait a minute, we aren't done yet. I'm gonna show you the rack now. Boom. See? That's what everybody wanted to see, right? The rack. So So this rack is made out of metal. It is on the heavier side of things, but honestly, it does come in handy if you do need it on the water. As you can see, it has two pole holders where you can slide it right in here, like so. It's a little easier when you're not sitting on buckets. But anyways, what I like to do with this rack is I like to hang my backpack on it, and that's what you saw in the picture. It comes in very handy. Once again, I carry gear with me, and having a rack just gives you more versatility. You want to have options, or I want to have options. Everybody's different, but having the rack, and I can put my backpack right on it, allows me to use my hands while I'm on the board and just unzip and zip the backpack as needed. Obviously, I didn't have a fishing pole on it when I was on the river, but if you are a fisherman and that's the stuff that you're into, this is well worth it. This is extras. These are not standards when you buy the board. There's a lot of other features that you can get for more money, obviously, and other attachments that you can buy. So we have flipped the board, and we are going to talk about the board and all its beautiful underneath features. The middle section is wide, as you can see. Most boards are like that. This one tends to have more of a aerodynamic feel to it. It's pointier on the front, and then it widens up in the middle section where most of your load is going to be. This board is designed to carry up to 250, maybe 280 pounds. We're gonna come to the back area. I have the side bites on it right now. I don't have the tri-fin set up just because I was on shallow water. So those are other things that you want to keep in mind. Do a lot of research on that. See what works best for you. The tri-fin setup might not be the best thing for you. You might only want to have the single longer fin in the middle. Other than that, the board is pretty simple, and as I mentioned before, it's beautifully designed. It's got beautiful bright colors on it that, I mean, that in itself to me is just eye-pleasing. And honestly, who doesn't like something that's just beautifully designed, right? Anyways, guys, so that's all I have for you. If you have any more questions, text me. If you like the video, let me know what you wanna know. I don't want to drag this out too much, but I figured I could be informative. Take care of each other. If you do happen to go to Silver Springs, make sure that you don't litter. Make sure that you bring plastic containers, no plastic bags, no plastic bottles. We have to maintain the earth. Silver Springs is one of the very few places that in Florida hasn't been overly crowded. It has been very well preserved. The wilderness out there can be seen because of that, because they haven't messed with it too much. So if you go out there, just make sure you respect that area. Ultimately, we are visiting their house, and as guests, we should treat it as such. So take care of each other. Go